it's called book time. But you may not know any time is really a good time to book time. In fact, when I was just a little clown, my teacher used to say, "Ron, don't forget to read a book when you get home today." So when you get home, why not? Honestly, I was hoping to take a few minutes in book time and see now. Sometimes the hardest part is just choosing one. I mean, you go to the library, there are so many options.
That's a good story. That's a good story.
I don't know. I'll have to decide which one to read.
Good story.
Ronald?
Hi, Dave.
Hi. What are all these books doing out here?
Oh, it's book time. Hello.
Book time? I thought you said it was cook time. You know, like baking cookies?
No. Book with a B, not cook with a C.
Oh, boy.
That's all right. You made a mistake. That's how we learn. You know, no problem. I'll explain it to you.
Yeah?
Sure. I was just saying, sometimes the hardest part is choosing a book that you really like. There are so many to choose from.
There are.
Yeah. Not only that, we actually read for different reasons.
Really?
I'll show you what I mean. Take my friend Birdie, for example. Not yet. Yeah. Birdie loves to read. She goes to the library. She usually picks out a book all about a favorite subject. Could be underwater, or plants and animals, or how things work. Oh yeah, she loves to read. Why, just the other day she was reading out loud to me, and then every once in a while she'd get to a word and we'd figure it out together. You know, sometimes you have to do that in class. Figure out words as you go. And that's half the fun.
Well, go ahead.
Subject, and chances are there's a book all about it. Why, the other day she was reading a book to me, all about science and nature.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know what it was about?
No, what?
You know what it was about?
No, what?
You know what it was about?
No, what?
He doesn't know. I'll tell you. She was reading a book to me all about... Exactly. Or the egg.
I have no idea.
Well, that's the way Birdie is. She starts reading and finds out information. The next thing you know, she's got a whole bunch of questions. That's what reading does. It answers a lot of questions, and then it makes you curious for a little more information. But that's what Birdie does. She likes favorite books about favorite subjects. That's my buddy Grimace. He likes to read too.
Oh.
Yeah, when Grimace picks out a book, more often than not though, it's just a good story. You like good stories? Me too. Yeah. Oh, the other day, he was reading me a really good story all about a sailor lost at sea.
Oh, wow.
It was from the news. And his boat sank. And he was swimming.
Well, go ahead.
Then, right at the good part, he had to stop.
Wow.
Right at the good part, too. The sailor was lost at sea, got to an island, and guess what?
No, what?
Guess what? Guess what? Who guessed it? Well, on that island, there wasn't a drop to drink.
Not a drop to drink.
I guess I'll just have to finish that story later. There are so many fun stories to read, I'm always glad to share one with a friend. So, whether you're like my friend Birdie, who reads information, kind of like the books you get in the classroom, or like my friend Grimace, who just likes a really good story, it's not important why you read. What is important is that you take time. You make time. You book time to do a little reading every single chance you get.
True.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, and you don't even need a book from the library. There's always something you could read.
Oh, yeah?
Could be the signs as you're riding on the bus. Hey, did you see what that said?
True.
Could be in the back of the cereal box in the morning.
Oh, cool. Funny joke.
Sometimes I just like the funny papers. Hey, this is kind of funny paper.
Anything good in there?
Huh?
Anything good in there?
Anything good in here? It's a newspaper. Well, I think you understand what I'm talking about. If you're anything like me or my friends, you start reading, you'll find that's where learning starts to blossom. Well, I'll tell you what. Instead of me just talking about reading, it's all the same with you. I have to get a little done right now.
Ronald.
Ronald!
You're reading?
Yes.
Am I in the middle of a show here?
Oh, you know, that's what happens. When you start reading, you kind of forget where you are. It can take you all kinds of places. That's part of the wonderful part of reading. Oh, but the only thing is, it's no fun to watch someone while they're reading to themselves.
No.
Hey, I got an idea.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, it's a thought that comes to you out of nowhere.
What's your idea? What is your idea?
Well, instead of you sitting here watching me, I would rather we have fun together. Tell you what, if you're in the first grade, raise your hand. Good. First grade, if your hand is up in the air, I have a job just for you. First grade, whenever I hold up one finger, or if Mr. Dave does, first grade, take your hands, put them together, and rub them. When I do this, you do that. Now watch, rub your hands. If I hold it up higher, you have to rub faster. And if I go lower, you go slower. If I go higher, you go faster. If I go lower, you go faster. Good job. Second grade, raise your hand. Second grade, if your hand is up in the air, I have a job for you if you dare. When I hold up two fingers, just for fun, take your fingers and snap them like this. Good.
Hey, mine's broken.
Huh. Now when I go higher, you have to snap faster, or slower, faster, slower. Good. Third grade, raise your hand. Third grade, that should be a guess. When I hold up three fingers, third grade, take your hands and tap your knees. Faster, slower. Good. Okay, see if I can trick you here. Pay attention, see if I can trick you. You ready? One. Good. Oh, wait a minute.
What's that?
I think I have a problem.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh?
Yes. I just need some help. That's exactly right. I need some
Well, we all know you need some help.
Oh, well, hey, there's nothing wrong with needing help, Mr. Dave. In fact, you'd be surprised who's just waiting to help and take time to ask. For example, watch this. You could help me out. See, Dave? Hands are defying gravity left and right.
See that?
Who could we get?
There's a gentleman, second row, on the end. Yes. Come up, over this way.
Here he comes. Give him a big warm round of applause. Come on over here. Hello. How are you? How am I doing? How am I doing? How am I doing? Thank you. I'm doing good. Yeah, I just did a little research. Yeah. And what's your name? Imari, is that right? It's good to meet you. What grade are you in? Shake hands. Thank you. Hey, Imari, now listen. When you're in first grade, you start reading a little bit. Yeah, good. You know what I found out? When you start reading something that happens almost magically, you start making predictions. You start reading, you predict. You read, predict. Read, predict, read, predict. You know what that means? Predict, you know what that means? Oh, take a guess. No, it means take a guess. That's what it means.
Wait, predict means take a guess.
Well, sure. As you read, in your head, you're going like this.
I know what happens next.
You try to guess, you make predictions inside your head, and sometimes you're right, and sometimes you're not, and that makes reading exciting. I'll show you what I mean. Tomorrow. This morning, when you woke up, what's the first thing you did? Oh wait, don't tell me I'll predict. You woke up, you got out of bed. Yeah, see, it was his story, but I guessed, I predicted. Okay, then what happened next? Oh. Don't tell me I'll guess, I'll predict. You got out of bed. Then you got dressed. Yeah, you did a fine job, dude. Good. So you woke up, you got out of bed, you got dressed. Then what happened? Oh, wait. Don't tell me. I'll guess. You got your things ready and maybe had something to eat? Yes, see, I got it. And then what happened next? What happened? Oh, wait. Kissed your wife goodbye and got on the bus.
I don't think you got on the bus this morning.
Okay, I made that part up. I got that part wrong, but I did pretty well. I guessed most of the story, and it was your story, and it's a good one. Tamari, maybe you can help me with my story. I'll tell you what. When you read, you gotta be a good guesser. Tamari, can you guess what I made? Can you guess what this is? That's a good guess. He said a hat. Actually, I'll tell you, because it's hard to do that. I read a book from the library that taught me how to make things. I read the directions, I did what it told me, and I made this. It's the sail for a boat.
Sail for a boat.
I wanted to see if it would float. So I got my friend Damari one day, and I thought, hey, since I made the boat, I'll be the captain.
Captain Ron.
And Damari, since you were here to help me out, I got an idea. Maybe you could be my second mate.
Excuse me. Wait a minute. He's your second mate?
Yes.
What happened to your first mate?
He was a little chicken. So one day when the weather was beautiful, my friend Damari and I took my boat down to the lake to see if it would float. I gave him permission to board the boat, and I stood on shore. And can you predict, can you guess what started to happen? I'll tell you. The wind began to blow.
You can almost hear it.
When the wind blew against the sail of that boat, like a can you predict what happened next? Actually, that is an exciting prospect, but who could have thought? That's right, the sun was out, the sky was blue, there was no lightning, so I wasn't nervous, but the weather is unpredictable. Down came the drips and the drops, and Damari started getting wet. I said, Damari, you okay? You okay? Good. So I wasn't too concerned, but I said, Damari, reach into the backpack that Mom packed for you this morning and put on your other hat, your rain hat. It keeps the drops out of your ears. And if you're like me, you don't like drops in your ears. So, the wind was blowing. The drips and drops were falling. And other than that, things were going very well until, can you guess, can you predict what happened next? I'll tell you. Down it came, out of nowhere. That's right, unpredictably down came the rain. I said, Damari, are you okay? He said yes, but just to be safe, I said, Damari, reach in the bottom of the boat and grab the bucket and bail out the water. So I watched from shore as Damari grabbed the bucket. Hey, don't splash me. And I watched from shore as it rained like never before, and my boat swam this way and that, and I thought everything will be okay until, who could have predicted the boat hit a rock and the bow was torn astern. I said, Damari, are you okay?
Yes.
I wasn't too concerned until the boat struck another rock and the stern was torn apart. I said, Damari, are you okay? And now I was concerned as I watched from the shore and my boat started to and all I could do is watch as my boat started to sink. That's right. And this is the part of the story that made me say, uh-oh. This is the part of the story where everything seemed to go wrong. This is the part of the story where I said, oh no. However, I knew everything would be okay because my hero that day, Mr. Damari, he would be fine because he was smart enough to know if the weather got so bad you thought you couldn't hack it, you'd be fine aboard your boat if you wore your life jacket. Oh yeah, the end. I'm a hero. Mr. Damari, give him a big round of applause. Go ahead. Come on back. Stand right here. This is called the big ta-da. It's quite the to-do. Here's what you need to do the big ta-da. Raise your right hand. And ta-da. Ta-da. And there you go. Sometimes the weather is like that. It's unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen, just like a good story. Hey.
What?
Hey.
What? What is it?
Wow. Speaking of a good story, right here in the newspaper, it's the story about that sailor lost at sea.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, and he wrote down what really happened every day in a journal. Here, let me read a little to you. It says, day number 6. My boat sank. And wearing my life vest, I swam and swam and swam.
Keep on swimming, keep on swimming.
Mr. Dave, what's that word?
Dessert.
Dessert? No, E-D. Dessert. A. Deserted. Deserted. I
Deserted.
To a deserted is ooh.
Island.
Swam to deserted island. Awesome. Hey, this is the good part. Sometimes I get to the good part and I put the story away and I predict my own ending.
You can do that?
Yeah. For example, watch this. Mr. Dave.
Yes.
Picture this.
Yes.
You're lost on a deserted island. What one thing would you bring with you?
Cookies.
Ooh. I ran a can make your own food. You can teach yourself. I was just going to say storybooks, good books, lots of books. When you've got a book, you've got a friend with you. When you've got a book, you've got something to do. It's just jam-packed with knowledge. So I would read. I would have lots to do.
But Ronald, wait a minute, I'm thinking about that. You're on a deserted island.
Yep.
You're all alone.
Yep.
All you have are books.
Yep.
Wouldn't you be lonely?
Yep. Be very.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd get me a pet chicken. Me and my pet chicken out on a deserted island. We'd be friends.
Yeah.
I would name him. I would call him Nugget.
You can be nugget buddies.
Just friends. And every day I would wake up. I would say, "Good morning, Nugget. What should we read today?" And he would look at me and say,
Oh,
and if I ran out of things to do, I would take a bottle and put a message in it.
I didn't understand that.
Not sure what it means. Then I would take the bottle and throw it into
The deep blue sea.
I would put a message in the bottle and throw it into
The deep blue sea.
You know, on second thought,
Yeah?
I might just place it gently into this deep blue tube.
Okay.
And that message in that bottle would float around. And if someone found that bottle, they could take the cap off, they could listen to the bottle, and they would hear me say,
I still don't understand that.
you know, that would happen to you. You could be listening in class with both ears wide open and you just don't get the message.
That's true.
But if the message were written down, and you didn't understand, you can reread it. You can go back and read it again until you understand.
Look. Message in a bottle.
I'm voting him off the island. Oh, I see. Yes. Wow. It is like magic when you get the message. Let's see what it says here. It says, Dines Iram Soon. Thanks for that clue. If you could include a dictionary, because I don't know what
That might be a good idea.
Anyhow, you get the message. It's not magic. The magic doesn't occur like this. The magic occurs like this. When you take time, when you make time, when you actually do the reading, when you take just 5 or 10 minutes a day and open up a good book. Well, nothing to this one. Look me up, I'm in the book. But you know what I'm talking about, yeah? Reading a good book, it's like a bell. Oh, wait, you know, sometimes we need reminders, like a bell going off. Of course, when you read, what happens magically inside your head, you make predictions. You guess what happens next. You predict. As you book time, it happens magically. You read, you predict, like a bell going off. Maybe there's more to it. As you read, you predict. While you read, of course. Like the weather, it's hard to predict what happens next. As you read, you discover. Like being on an island. Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Speaking of discovery,
What'd you discover?
there was a note over there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I discovered this note. Let me read it to you. It says, I love to make cookies. Mr. Dave, did you
Yeah.
write that? Because
I didn't write that.
you're always talking about cookies. Who was it then?
It was Mrs. Lombardo. Mrs. Lombardo. Is she here?
Oh, look, she raised her hand. Can you come up for just a minute? Give her a big round of applause. Oh, have a seat. Go ahead, sit down. Hi, can you come up? Hi. It's okay. She's friendly. Yes. How are you? Oh, I'm just fine. Thank you for volunteering.
Anytime.
Now, Mrs. Lombardo, I just read this note that said, I love to make cookies. Is that true? Say yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yes. Well, do you know a recipe just off the top of your head?
No.
I brought a recipe. What?
We'll work together. Beautiful. We'll get the job done together. Okay. Mrs. Lombardo, do you have an apron? You might need an apron. Excuse me a minute. Dave,
Yes.
someone came to school today without their supplies.
Unprepared, huh?
Do you suppose just this once you could share?
I'll fix her up.
When we go back in 2 years, don't forget your apron. Okay. All right. And here. You can stand right there if you would. There you are. So we'll work together and get the job done. Yes. And I've done this before, so I'll be like the hamburger helper. Yes. Good. Now, you say you've never done this just off the top of your head? Oh. Well, I have. So let's get started. First, to make cookies, we will need a little shortening.
Yes.
So please have a seat.
Little short.
And since we're doing this just off the top of your head, please hold this just off the top of your head. 2 hands, please. You're not a professional. Good.
French yours back there?
Yes. And now let's get started. I will begin. Buddy, got me doing it. Yeah. I will begin with 1 can of baking powder.
Wait. Ronald, you don't need a can of baking powder.
Too much?
That's too much.
Too much?
Too much.
Sometimes 1 can, sometimes 1 shouldn't. I won't. Yes. All right. How about this? A dash of NaCl.
NaCl?
That's what it says, NaCl. Not too much, because that would be a NaCl tobacco.
Wait. NaCl is salt.
Oh, well, I just put in a dash. Good.
Okay.
Then I will need
Some sugar cane.
sugar.
Cane.
Oh, I bring my own. I just use it to stir up things. You know, I just stir. I mix things up. Not the teacher. That's the way I found her.
She looks mixed up
Just
enough.
the ingredients. I just stir them up. Yes. Then mix it up real good.
Yeah.
Then I will add Grandma's secret ingredient.
What is that?
It's evaporated milk. It comes from invisible cows. Imagine that.
You have
You really do. Yeah. A big dash will do you. Oh, and then I will add, oh, don't tell me. I remember. It said, throw in 1 egg and beat it. I'm out of here.
Ronald, you want to beat the egg.
Oh, we can skip that step because before the show I just shook up the chicken. Scrambles the egg inside the poultry unit. And then I put everything in order because it helps to be organized.
Yes.
So I will add 1 can of baking powder and we should be all set.
Hey, you already put baking powder in it. You don't need that much baking powder.
Well, it just seems like I'm... Wait a minute, I know what I forgot.
What?
All-purpose flour. I use the flour with a W and adds a little color, and it makes for a happy batch. Watch. There. And now, Whether you're making a boat to sail on the lake with your friend or making cookies just off the top of your head, as you read, you can predict what's going to happen. I follow directions and... I wouldn't have predicted that. And as you read, you discover that if you make a mistake, you can go back and do it again. We never did this before, and I think it went pretty well for the first time and everything. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Is it okay? Oh, it is? Oh, see, she likes surprises.
She does?
She doesn't? Wait, tell you what, would you just put your hands together like this, just like that, on top of the hat, just,
I pulled off the apron. Why were you?
close your eyes. Big surprise, because you just made
Cookies?
cookies, there they are, give them a big round of applause. Oh, I don't think there are enough to share. Tell you what, could you leave those with Mr. Dave?
All right.
Go right ahead. You may stand up, and as we say, pull to the next window. You may reach into the hat and take your order to go. There they are right there. Give her a big round of applause. Absolutely. The applause is for you. The apron is sold separately. So, you may leave that with Mr. Dave. Give her a big, big round of applause. She'll be signing autographs on report cards real soon. So there you go. There's no magic to it. When you see Grandma do something just off the top of her head, it's because she's done it so many times. She's read it until she has it memorized. There's no secret there. The secret is to do the reading. Take time, book time, do a little reading. That's what I'm talking about. It's how you predict and discover the meaning of Wait a minute. First you guess or predict. As you read, you discover them. Of course. That's how you understand. And if you don't understand, go back and read it again. Wait a minute. Because I don't quite understand this. Let me read this again. Tenes Iran. I didn't get it, so I read it again, and now I get it. Wait a minute. Here's another word I didn't get. It says, rib ye law. Rib ye law. Wait a minute. I can tell you're pretty good at helping people out. Who could help me out one more time? Oh, the only sound we need to hear is the sound of one hand up in the air. Just raise your hand, put a smile on. Now entering today's studio audience, Mr. Dave. If he selects you, and only if he selects you, you may come up on stage. There's one helper person. And there's another helper. Give our two helpers a big round of applause. Here they come. Well, what is your name? Miranda, thank you for volunteering. And here's another helper dude. Hello, helper dude. What is your name? Cameron. Cameron and Miranda. Now listen, I was doing a little reading when I ran across a word that made me say, huh? It looks like this. And I know this about it. It's got 7 letters. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What comes after 6? I was going to say dinner.
Well, big God.
I know. I've got 7 letters, and for some reason they don't make sense. Maybe it's spelled wrong. Maybe it's just a word we're not familiar with yet. It's not on the word wall. So what I'll do is I'll help my helpers help me out. Tell you what, point to a card. Not yet. Let me mix them up. What? Not yet. Let me mix them up. Perfect. This is your card. Now, Miranda, stay right there. Look up here. We've got 7 choices. I would like you to choose one.
One.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
This one? This one?
First one.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh. Here you go. Perfect. And now it's up to you. Cameron, point to a card. Wait a minute. Let me mix them up. Point to a card. Perfect. There's your card. Now there are 6 choices. You may choose one, but not that one. Another one, which isn't a one at all. It's actually a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7.
4.
Huh?
4.
Huh?
4.
Oh. Here's the guy who knows what he wants. We got 5 choices left. You know what to do. Point to a card. That one. Stay right there. Look up here. 2, 3, 5, 6, or 7.
7.
7.
Alrighty then.
You know what to do. 4 choices. Pick one. Point to it. That one. Stay right there. Look up here. 2, 3, 5, or 6. 2. Very good. That's a good one. You can be happy with your choice. We have 3 left to point to one. The middle one. Look up here. 3, 5, or 6.
6.
Or 3 or 5.
6.
Okay.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
No need to fold the audience. You know what to do. That one. Here it is. 3 or 5.
5.
Or 3.
5.
Okay. Last card. Point to a card. Pick a number. Thank you so much. Now, we worked together. I could have predicted that. We're trying to figure something out. Soon we'll discover that, well, it doesn't always work, but working together is important enough. Give them a big round of applause. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Kids, come back up here, please. Come back up here, please.
We forgot the bowing part. Raise your hand, please. And what's your audience?
I have a question.
Whoa. Yes, Dave.
Did they make a word?
Not really. No, they, well, we tried. That was important. I understand. There seems to be some confusion. I could have predicted that you want to discover, you want to understand. You can't talk about a show about books without knowing where it's all headed, where to go.
Exactly.
So I guess I'll give you a little clue. Take time, make time, grab a good book about a subject you like, about something you know nothing about something that you like the pictures of. Take a peek, read the words, take time out to predict, to discover, to understand. It happens when you read. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed my show. And before I go, let me remind you. Today, why not? It's time to read. Throw it away. And I was 16. stay seated until you're dismissed. I'll see you in the hallway just to remind you, you were the best audience I had all afternoon. If I don't see you again for a while, please